There's no question, this is a remarkable plant. And we, as a society, are behaving psychotically.
Yeah, I'm Chris Conrad on Road Hemp, Lifeline of the Future, Hemp for Health. And with my wife, Mickey Norris, and our cohort, Virginia resident, we also put out the book Shattered Lies, Portraits from America's Drug War. And the thing that we've really learned about in the process of this is that it's the personal story of the human face that makes such a big difference on this. And so we're starting another project, which is called Pop Pride. The plan is that we're going to have a website, which we already have, poppride.com. We're going to have a display of people called Pop Pride, I guess. And also, I wanted to put together a book of stories and so forth. And so what we're looking for are people who have a successful career, have been smoking cannabis, who feel their lives have been helped with it, who are willing to go public the way Dr. Grinspoon has been encouraging us to, and to use your picture, your story, as part of a way of encouraging other people that they can step out too. And so I'd like to ask you all to come to the poppride.com website, which is, of course, under construction like every other website. But and if you can send me your stories or your pictures and stuff, and contact us, I'm at chris@chrisconrad.com, my email address. And we really feel in lockstep with what Dr. Grinspoon has been talking about. In fact, in San Francisco, we're doing the Million Marijuana March on May the 5th. But we call it the Pop Pride Parade because we're really into following the gay pride model. We think it's a great way to go. So please join us, come out, send us a picture, send us a story. Let's do this together.
Alan says,
Yeah, hi, Lester. As a fanatical scientist who has smoked marijuana for over 37 years, rigorously and religiously, I can say that from my understanding now of the molecular mechanisms involved in life and the role that marijuana and the endogenous cannabinoid system plays in life, that despite all of the wonderful things we've heard here, we've only really just scratched the surface, and there's an awful lot more to come, and I know about a lot of it. Everything that you've spoken about has a fundamental common denominator molecular mechanism associated with it. So there's a lot more wonderful things to come.
I certainly believe that's true. Well, we have more time for one more question.
Really, it was more of a statement. I noticed
I didn't mean to say question. This one.
I got out of prison on January 22nd of this year. I was in federal prison for 10 months for violating my probation by smoking marijuana. My doctor testified that I could not do 2 years on probation with Marinol alone, that it would not work, that I would have to go back to using marijuana. And I did and wound up in prison. What I noticed, though, since I got out of prison, and I've noticed this before, when I got out of prison in January, my muscles had started to deteriorate again. I was emaciated, I was weak. My specialist said that I was terribly depleted. As soon as I started smoking back smoking marijuana, which was like 20 minutes from the time I left the prison, I noticed that I have started to regain my muscle mass. The muscles have filled back out. The tone is back. The strength is back into my muscles. That's what I always noticed before. A muscle relaxer will relax the muscle, but it will also atrophy that muscle over time. Marijuana does not do that. It relaxes the muscle spasms, but it floods it with oxygen-rich blood at the same time with the microcapillary circulation, which keeps the tone strong. That's why I'm not like Jackie in a wheelchair. They told me in 1989 that I was going to be in a wheelchair in 5 years. But they didn't know I was going to flush all my medicine down the toilet and use nothing but marijuana.
We so happy